Welcome to Only in the Green Room.
So Jennifer Hartswick,
hi.
welcome to
Hello.
Only in the Green Room. Finally.
Thank you for
Got
coming.
you.
My first green room. Thank you for having me in your green room.
Well, this is certainly not ours, but isn't it a great one?
I love this green room.
It's a beautiful.
We like the Guild,
At the
but
Maple.
I don't know. This one has like
You
this
got the
super
Guild
cool
and you got
vibe.
This one has a touch of voodoo about it.
It
so.
Yeah.
it
Can't
totally-
say that about all
Appropriate.
green rooms.
No,
So,
totally does.
but we're happy to sit down. So we're from the Bay Area, and close to Graham's team there.
Yeah.
And so we saw that picture of you at the Terrapin Sunday Daydream. So, but here we are in New Orleans. I mean, oh my God. I mean, how does it feel as a musician to come play here? Let me just start with that.
New Orleans is my favorite city, period, end of sentence.
Exactly. Right?
It has my heart every time I come. I think about it. I think about it when I'm not with her.
Oh.
I love it. I love it. It's a very, very special place, unique place. It feels like its own city, its own country.
Own planet.
And I can't believe it's in the U.S.
Yeah.
You just
I just had that conversation with my dad today.
Yeah.
Today. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's impossible to explain to people who haven't been here.
Yeah.
But-
You summarized
Yeah.
everything that we've
It's
talked
like-
about,
it's
and
like-
everything that people told
Yeah.
us for the last
great. I'll
week
see you
here.
later. That's
yeah,
great.
So, but you feel the same way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
do you think everyone? Because it's kind of like people used to talk about the Grateful Dead. You had to like experience or get it before you got it, and I feel like New Orleans, it's a little bit like that. Like, it took me a while to actually feel that, right?
Mm-hmm.
To like feel like, oh my God, this,
Yeah, but
like,
as a
part of me,
musician,
yeah.
I
But as a
think it's even a little
musician,
different. Yeah.
It's pretty instant as a
I mean-
musician.
I mean,
Music is such a part of everyone's day here.
Yeah.
Even if you're not a musician, you are still born
Right.
into a whole culture of celebration and,
Yeah.
music when you're sad, music when you're happy, music when we're celebrating, music when someone dies, partying, celebrating at all times. And that feels very not like how I grew up, and it feels like what an incredible way to honor everything in life, the littlest things, the biggest things. Let's just all get together as a community and hang out, play music and party and cook and feed each other and hang out. And I think it sort of harkens back to a very when we used to have tribes.
Yeah.
We were communal people. And it feels like that to me here.
that was
it's beautiful. We've talked to folks about it that live here and that play here. It's, they're kind of on the edge all the time. I mean, with the hurricanes and the weather.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is not,
It is a roller coaster.
Yeah.
of a
it's
city.
a roller coaster, and it's kind of.
and
I
they're
don't know.
ready to deal with it,
I mean,
right?
we live in San Francisco. We think of earthquakes, but I don't know. Somehow this seems more precarious.
Yeah, and it happens every year.
Yeah.
Even if it's not completely disastrous and major, it's something that there's a whole season for it. It happens
Yeah.
every single year, and it just.
So when did you first start coming? Like, tell us about your journey.
I didn't start coming here until after Katrina, which is
it was still a
one
while
of my
ago.
biggest regrets was that
Yeah.
I didn't get here before then. But
But you're here now. That's
yeah,
important.
but I come down 4 or 5 times a year. If I have a few days off, I
Yeah.
will probably just come down here.
Yeah.
Nice. Are you in Nashville?
How did you
Yeah.
when was did somebody do you play here when you come here a lot? Or you're always playing?
Yeah, that's how I started coming down here.
Yeah.
Was through
Did you
music.
get invited by anyone in particular? How did it
I
happen?
can't even remember. It's just part of my. It
Are
feels like
you,
part of my DNA. So yeah. I mean, it's been a while. It's definitely been a while.
Are you in Nashville? Is that where you live now?
I'm in Nashville.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, because she's
Yeah.
come down. So
Yeah. I mean, I
Right.
drove here.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like just get in the car and come
Yeah.
down.
we talked to Luther, who you're about to play with, a little while ago, and he just talked about taking the train down here.
He
when
did.
got
I was
started.
like, really? Oh my
Mississippi.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You could take it from Memphis.
Just
Yeah.
took the train down,
Nashville, you got to get hip, man. Get
And
a train.
and he came here to play.
Yeah.
How about let's just get more specific. The Maple Leaf.
Yeah.
Any particular experiences here?
Oh, God.
Like
Hey,
thousands.
actually, you know what? If we're talking
Particular.
about my first time playing here, my first Jazz Fest, and I cannot name you the year because I don't live in a statistically built place like a lot of our friends do. But my band played here for the first time in New Orleans at the Maple Leaf. Jazz Fest, 3 a.m. set, Saturday night until sunrise. We played 3 to 7. And that was the first time that like my band had played in New Orleans, and at least 15 plus years ago.
Wow.
I mean, more probably. And that was, yeah, it's this place in particular is special. If you don't know, it's off the beaten path. So it's like if people are just coming to Bourbon Street, they're just coming to Frenchman, they're not coming here. So I think it brings out a little more seasoned.
Yeah, you're making an effort.
You have
Folks,
to earn it, or
Yeah, you gotta know, or you gotta take a chance and then be wowed.
Totally.
But it's an institution. I mean, look how teeny that stage is, and how excited everybody is to just cram onto it.
What about High Sierra? Are you going to High Sierra this year?
Should we talk about it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Because Dave would kill us. if we
Let's
didn't.
do it.
Okay, as long as we're talking about firsts and the Maple Leaf, and High Sierra was the first festival to ever bring my band to a festival.
Really?
Yeah, I want to say 2004.
Wow.
We were children. We were an 11-piece band in a 14-passenger van with gear, no trailer, and suitcases. And we were very young. And we
That
traveled
sounds
like
like
that
so
for a long
much
time.
fun,
Oh my
actually.
God, the
That sounds
stories
like
are
fun.
that's like all the good stuff. But yeah, High Sierra was the first festival to ever bring my band through. And I mean,
Does Dave know that?
I think so. Dave, you know that? Yeah, I feel like we've talked about it.
Okay.
And I just makes me nervous when he taps my microphone.
Yeah, well, this is good that you get to.
Oh, wait, are they calling you? They
No.
better not be.
They're not.
No, because I'm not up till after.
You're
Yeah.
four.
This is
like,
riveting-
you have 4 songs.
riveting
This is
radio for
riveting
you
radio.
guys.
Well, this is green
This
room
is about
stuff.
the green room. That's why we only do interviews.
This is
in
me.
the
Am I
room.
late to go on stage? This
Yeah.
is what's happening right now.
This
okay,
is
no,
kinda-
because I don't go on until after Luther. Okay, great.
But what's he doing?
Good. This
I
is,
know.
we always bring. Do you know
That's
we
ask questions.
we always bring a monitor in for our interviews.
Yeah.
So you,
By the way, I just found out that River and Jake, they're all taking
they're
River for the first time.
River's
I
playing.
said.
It's High Sierra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great. What I loved about High Sierra in 2004. Don't quote me on that. Like I said, I'm not a statistics person. What I loved how family oriented it was, and everybody who was a patron was like just a professional. It was not like, no offense, 22-year-old kids in tutus running around taking drugs. It was like, these are all like seasoned, lovely people with families who love music, and it just seemed, again, so communal. It was a very different festival than anywhere that I had ever been to. And I loved it, and I still love it, and I'm so excited. I'm excited for the growth. I'm excited for moving. I'm excited for keeping it alive. I'm excited to play. I'm excited to see my friends. I think it's like a really beautiful step that's been made, and I am so excited that it's happening,
And the new location.
Wow.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Have you been to Grass?
Yeah.
Have you been to Grass
I
Valley?
have, yeah. I played there maybe a couple years ago. And
Was
it
that
was
the
actually
strawberry one that everybody keeps talking
The
about?
Crazy Horse. That's in Nevada
It's like
City.
some-
That's Nevada City.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played there for something, and I thought when I went there, this would be a great spot for
Yeah.
High Sierra. And I was like, I'm gonna mind my
Did you
business.
tell Dave?
No, I didn't. I actually didn't, and I didn't tell anyone of note. And
Yes.
and I thought like this is such a great this. I didn't know if they were moving, and I didn't know
Right.
anything. You know,
I mean-
I don't think they did. I mean, I
no,
think
I don't
when-
think so either.
When Roy
But
died, I think it was hard. I mean, Dave was kind of left, what am I going to do?
And then, so there's a big New Orleans connection with High Sierra this year, and probably always, probably because of Dave. But we've been
Right.
talking about the connection between that sort of Bay Area Grateful Dead scene, which you've delved into, and the New Orleans music. Do you have any feelings on that?
As a musician, people who aren't musicians really want to talk about genres. Musicians don't want to talk about genres. It's like, it's just music, you know? If you're a well-rounded musician, you should be able to do a lot of things, you know? And
Right.
so for us, like if people ask me like, what kind of music do you play? I have a total like brain meltdown and I shut down. I'm like, I don't know, ask somebody else.
I have a
literally don't know what
question.
kind of music
I have
play.
a question. What do you listen to?
I listen to stuff that I don't sound like.
Okay.
All right. I like
listen
that.
to like I don't know like
Like, what's your playlist? Like, what did you listen to yesterday?
oh god I learned the songs for the gig tonight. What do you mean?
All right.
Spotify thinks that I love one particular kind of
Right.
music, but
Right.
that's just what I have to
Right.
learn for the gig.
And
Like
it
they're
changes.
very wrong. Like I don't listen to that for pleasure. But no, I listen to like jazz pianists and like cool. Actually, living in Nashville, that's like a type of music, that kind of like Americana and stuff like that. That was never on my radar, and I never really gave it the respect and credit that
Yeah.
it deserves. And songwriting as an art and all those kinds of things. Like I've been in Nashville for a little over a decade, and I just being in that city you can't escape it. And
Right.
it's been a really great education for me to appreciate the art of a song. And I don't know, there's what we do. I don't know. I've never sat down to write a song with the intention of, I'm going to write a song that people could sing along to. Like, that's not a thought in my mind when I write a song. And that's also a really beautiful thing that
Yeah.
happens in Nashville. It's like they're writing a song that people can relate to, that's accessible, that they want to like sing that chorus to. And I'm guilty of, as a patron, that, like I want to go see Chris Stapleton and sing every
Right.
stinking word and every nuance and every whatever, just like the record, I don't want to play like that.
Right.
But that
Like,
doesn't drive
yeah.
you to
But-
write a song that way.
Yeah, right. But I appreciate it, and
Yeah.
I think
Right.
that's like a beautiful thing about music. It's like, I don't know.
It's like kind of never ending. I love the fact that like it's not like it wasn't your type of music, but then living there, you started listening and then you started appreciating
Well,
it, right? It's
Yeah, you just start.
it
you
has
just
that.
broaden your horizons.
I love
Music
your
heals.
Music heals. Well, okay.
Yeah.
I love your affiliation with Christian McBride.
music,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Girlfriend, I just had to keep on moving till I was back in your arms.
That's a
Which
deep
is-
one, because like
right?
that is like, I was such a jazz nerd when I was a kid and continue to be. And so I had all of his CDs when they came out, when he was like first on the scene, 18, 19, 20 years old or whatever. And I would have been like 11, 12.
Wow.
And I scratched them and I would buy a new one at, our teeny tiny little record store.
That is deep.
And so, yeah, I mean, I just like, I was such a fan of his, and I never listened to trumpet players growing up. I never listened to singers growing up. I loved bass players. I loved piano players. Like, I can't explain it. I don't
It fits.
feel the need to.
Yeah.
And when I finally met him in New Orleans, let's talk about that.
Hello.
At Tips, I did a gig with Nigel Hall for DJ Soul Sister's birthday, and Christian was on the gig. And I called my mom a couple days prior. I was like, Mom, I get to play a gig with Christian McBride.
mean-
And I'm like, I get to like meet
Yeah.
Mick Jagger. I didn't
Yeah.
care. You know what I mean? For me, like
Yeah.
this is my like ultimate
Wow.
nerddom thing, right?
Wow.
And so we struck up such an incredible friendship that night or the day before during rehearsal. And I realized that it's just like a soul bond. Like I understand you as a person, and he's obviously a phenomenal musician. But to me, it just feels like, I think we spent like at least like 40 lives together. Just like, it's nice to see you again. That's how it feels with him.
it's
And I
beautiful.
think that's how.
Yeah.
That's
That's
like
how musicians.
Yeah.
You have
He is
your
a
own
great-
language. You have your own way
Yeah.
of communicating everything.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
It's a great guy.
There's
I mean,
nothing to
but
not
that's all you
love.
can say about him.
Yeah.
Now I had the pleasure of meeting him and you together at the Music Heals International
Yeah.
benefit. Thank
Yes.
you for coming. I'm the
Yeah,
president of that
yeah.
organization, and it was probably one of our best.
Was that when Dennis McNally was like standing there? Was that the one?
Dennis
Stella
McNally,
Blue?
did you sing Stella?
Was it
that
Stella
night?
Blue?
It might
He
have
was
been.
standing there?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dennis McNally came right up to the stage.
and
Wow.
just stood there and like
There you go.
it was a beautiful
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, how did you get hooked up with these folks?
Oh Lord.
New Orleans suspects, I should tell
Usual
everyone.
suspects.
That's
yeah.
another one. I don't even know. It's been so long. We just all hang in the same circles.
Yeah.
They brought me out on tour for like a few weeks. I feel like maybe a couple years in a row. That's got to be at least 10 or 11 or 12 years ago at this point. But yeah,
Wow.
just great people.
Great people.
Yeah.
Great people.
How many
super
gigs
sweet.
while you're in town?
We've hit a new record.
I want to know.
2.
One more than last year?
Oh,
No, like 30 fewer. I
What
played
happened?
last night. I'm playing tonight. I leave tomorrow.
That's okay.
I'm trying it out to see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm just trying it out. Usually I'm here for 10 days and I play
Yeah.
like 25 gigs.
Yeah.
But I have shows with Humphreys and Frasco in Mexico.
Oh,
so
nice. Okay.
I leave midweek for that. And I was like, okay, cool. That's nice. It's nice to have an excuse to just try and see what this
Just
feels
kinda
like.
dip into it.
Because it's always too much.
right.
I commit to too many things because I am in love with this city and all the people in it, and then it's like, oh, I think I took like a
Yeah.
good 14 months off my
We
life.
get it.
Just
We're-
by
we're-
working.
You're kind of the female version of Frasco. We just met and
Did you say
interviewed.
Frasco?
We just
A Frasco.
Is that what you said?
yeah.
Oh,
Because I mean, just
Take
that.
it. Just take it.
No, there's so many.
That's
Like
a
I want to
compliment.
FaceTime him right now
That's
and
a
see what his
compliment.
reaction
That is
is
such
to
a
that
compliment.
statement. I don't
We
think
had
he
him
would be
on-
more honored by anything. I don't know how I feel about it, but I no, just kidding.
Love you, buddy.
We had him
I
on
mean,
at High Sierra.
I think we
met-
caught him at a good moment.
So
like,
we have him at High
it
Sierra.
was the first
last
time we ever
year.
met him. Was High Sierra
Yeah.
last year.
He had
Yeah.
we had to bring him outside because it was noisy. So sat in a lawn chair, and of course somebody flashed him during our interview.
Flashed him.
Yeah, that's him. He just exudes it or attracts
Magnet for
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
many
it.
things.
So many things. But that's an interesting take.
Yeah.
I mean, well, just the openness and the like.
Yeah.
It's just sort of like thinking out loud and the authenticity and I don't know.
Tell us
I
about-
felt that vibe with you. Yeah,
I
a
know
little
you
bit.
have to go. Do you want to give us your? I don't know how to do this. The last question. Your Phil Lesh feelings, because we've talked to so many people that have played with him in your group
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we have not had a chance to ask you.
Sure.
And it's just an open-ended question. I realize.
Yeah, I met Phil at Terrapin. Probably, God, over a decade ago, maybe 15 years ago, maybe.
Let's
I don't
say
know,
12.
somewhere around there. I love a 12 year. My band was playing there, and he came in, and he was so sweet. And he came back in the green room, and my trumpet. He didn't know who I was, and he was just hanging
They're
out
not
at
calling
his.
you, are they?
No,
All right, okay, sure.
if they are, they can wait.
That's exactly right. They can wait for a second. Finish the story.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So he comes into the green room, didn't know who I was. We had never met. And he just looked, my trumpet was sitting there. And he looked down and he goes, oh, whose trumpet is this? And I said, it's mine. He said, oh, neat. He's like, I used to play the trumpet. I was like, you did? And then we got in a whole conversation about how he played trumpet and how Jerry gave him the space and he didn't know how to play it. And I was like, man, that makes so much sense. He plays bass like a trumpet player. He doesn't play bass like a bass player. He plays bass like a
Interesting.
horn player. It's
Right.
kind of like
That's true, huh?
interesting, huh? Okay. Anyway, and when he started doing, Phil and Friends shows, he called me to come join him for a couple and a couple more and a couple more and a couple more. And, it was years of getting to hang out with him. He's like just such a sweet soul and a believer in music and younger generations of music and like wanting to like encourage what we had to bring to the table. And so anytime that I didn't play a whole lot of trumpet on the gig. It would, maybe be like one or two things in a night. But the joy in his face when he heard the trumpet, it's like he wasn't in a band with a trumpet player for his whole career. And so he would just turn around and he just light up. It didn't matter what I was playing. I could be playing the
It was a
simplest
trumpet.
little thing. He was just like,
Wow.
and then I as we got to know each other, I remember that we were playing the Capitol Theater for one of his birthday runs.
Yeah.
I did several of those yearly
Yes,
before he
indeed.
passed, and there was something some solo that I played or something, whatever. And at the end of the song, he just people were clapping, and he turned to me and faced me and just bowed to me,
Wow.
like 3 or 4 or 5 times, and I was incredibly embarrassed, but also very moved. There's like a really beautiful picture of that somewhere, but anyway,
amazing.
it was a cool like understanding of each other on a level that like wasn't string oriented, wasn't song oriented. It was just like a sonic thing that brought him joy, and that was a cool thing to share with him.
Well, how great is it to be affiliated with that whole crew?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Incredible.
really nice to have you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We
It's
say
so
from the
nice,
fan
like
standpoint,
it's so nice to
Thanks very
get to know
much.
you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love your music. Every time
We do.
yeah.
Thank you.
All
But
right, we're
yeah,
gonna let you go
it's really
because
nice.
I'm gonna go to work.
you might get pulled away.
And we're gonna
We kinda
go and
pulled,
listen,
but
aren't
We just
we?
kind of want to get a good spot.
Well, you're late. It's back down there. It's hot, sweaty.
I think that's it. We're gonna
All
pick
right,
up.
there's Luther. That means
We'll
I'm
come
up soon.
There it is.
That's not Luther.
That looked like Nick for a second. I was like, Nick's up there.
And Luther. How about Luther? Let's just end with that.
Luther.
What a
Oh,
man.
God,
Yeah.
Luther. Yeah, he's
What a fella.
He's a
Yeah.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. All right. Happy
All
High
right.
Sierra. See you later.
Thanks, son. Thanks for sitting with me.
High Sierra this year, I have a feeling is going to be one of the most special years. I just do, because of the new location. It's the inaugural event of High Sierra in their move, and that's something you don't want to miss. You do not want to miss the first time to be in such an epic venue. I look forward to packing to go there. We can never give up on this festival, ever, because this festival is also a work of art.